2-0, and he gave his reaction to talkSPORT 2.
I was quite happy with the crowd, to be honest. Last time, well, like Rob Owen had a bit of abuse, but it wasn't too bad. But
okay.
I thought the SS got to 170, and it did, and we all went together, and it was putting me under pressure more and more every set, and it's glad I won in the end 3-0. It's a different story.
There were a couple of key moments went your way. He missed in set 1, a chance to level it up, you capitalised, and then he missed darts in set 2, and again you capitalised. How did you feel you played tonight?
I thought I played really well. There was a couple of legs that were missing, but that was the legs he won. The doubles were really good. Tops, well, really good in the first set, and double 16 my friend in the last, and they had that one ball out at the end. I'm just very happy. I think my doubles were spot on. I couldn't tell you any averages. I expect it was probably just about over 90, maybe 92, 93. But I'm just happy to win. At the end of the day, I could average 60 and win, and I'm still in the next round. I could average 110 and be out. You know what I mean?
You were busting some moves when that big fish went in.
Oh yes, I got the crowd on my side, left, right, and middle. But yeah, you just relax and just let it all out when you win. I don't like to give too much, but sometimes positive energy. Glenn Durant told me that earlier on today.
Oh, is it 3-0 now? Well, it certainly worked for you tonight. Played well. You played Barney up next. Okay, we've got the other goal.
Saturday night's going to be unbelievable. Obviously, cheers, the boxing's on as well. Luke Littler follows me and Raymond. I think me and Rick are on first game. I think we are. So yeah, I'm just going to chill out tonight, have a nice celebratory meal, and we'll see how it is.
We should get Nick Kenny doing the promos at talkSPORT 2. Usyk against Fury, the darts, Luke Littler's on. We'll give Nick Kenny a mention. He's on as well against Barney. It's all live on talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2 on Saturday night.
You just don't want to talk about the football tonight if you're a United fan.
Well, yeah, I did rather put the kiss of death on them earlier on when I thought they would do well. 3-0 down they are now. That's live over on talkSPORT. The United fans are leaving the ground are now putting on the darts because they've had enough of the football.
Don't blame them.
You can join Adrian Sam and Leanne Sanderson over on talkSPORT. Closing stages. Looks like Spurs are going to join Arsenal, Liverpool and Newcastle. What a Final Four that will be.
Yeah, that's a great semi.
It is indeed. Matt Campbell gets it done. Plenty of big checkouts. Really decent performance that from Campbell.
Yeah, well, the pattern of that match is how we thought that the first match was going to play out, but it ended up being all of it one-sided, but not so in that one. Yeah, and I like Campbell a lot. I think he's a good, solid player. Mensah, of course, now openly admitting he's not as driven as he once was, and that can sometimes, but the intensity was there for him tonight, and there was stage thought this is going to be a typical Mensah performance here. He's just gonna find a way, but Campbell resisted the pressure from Mensah, and in my eyes I think he was the right winner.
Good stuff. Next up, Scott Williams against the debutant Niko Springer. Just a shout, Dance may have mentioned this. Jason's listening over in America. He's blind, and he said darts on the radio is one of the most exciting things there is. And he said, yes, the bullseye sounds slightly different, he thinks. I know you and Niko were on about that last night, weren't you, about the different sound? Well, Jason, glad you're enjoying the darts. Not a good night for Stowe Bunce, your fellow American. He's gone out, but Matt Campbell from Canada is through.
Yeah, your neighbour's through, you're fine.
Yeah, coming up next, Scott Williams, semi-finalist here last year. Niko Springer, the debutant, lots expected of Springer, who will come out on top. We're about to get the players out onto the stage. Still to come, Michael Smith, champion here 2 years ago, takes on Kevin Dukes in a rematch of last year when they went all the way to 5 sets in round 2. Smith prevailing there. Let's join John McDonald
back to the action.
on the
We
stage.
are coming to you live on Sky Sports from the Alexandra Palace, London. This is the Paddy Power World Dance Championship, brought to you by the Professional Dance Corporation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the players. Would you please welcome on his World Championship debut, the winner of 3 development tours, ladies and gentlemen, Niko Springer!
dreaming of the payoff, the struggles and the trade-off. I didn't shoot dead, they don't know me. I tell them the truth, but they think it's just me.
Niko Springer, one of the bright talents in the game of darts, qualified through the development tour. 6 finals, 3 titles, some good players in that competition. He's here on merit and he's fancied to go well on debut.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of a Players' Championship event, a World Championship semi-finalist, is Shaggy!
They've met twice on the Euro Tour. The very first meeting was Euro Tour 3 in 2023. And, well, listen, me and Niko have been, well, building this kid up. Niko won that one 6-4 with a 99.56 average. And I'd love to say, well, it was because Scott didn't play very well, but Scott averaged 98 himself. They did meet again this year on Euro Tour 4. This time it was Scott got the better of Niko, winning 6-1. Only with an 88 average, but 50% on his doubles, where Niko was just 1 from 6, so a bad day on the doubles for the young German.
Yeah, was indeed. I'm hearing that there's been a goalkeeping error at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Fraser Forster's come up with an error. Joshua Zirkzee got one back for Manchester United. Maybe the comeback not yet. Off 3-1 it is over at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Niko Springer, you mentioned him. What about Scott Williams last year? Had a great run, didn't he? Beat Van Gerwen, Damon Heta. Also beat Danny Noppert as well en route to the semi-final.
Yeah, absolutely. But not really kicked on as much as we hoped. His seasonal numbers are 91, while Springer's are 90, pretty much. So there's little to choose between them over a really large sample. And of course, that 91 from Scott will be inflated because it's on the Pro Tour, so you're playing better players. So you don't tend to have those legs that drag on, where Niko's been applying his trade predominantly on the Dev Tour, where you will get a lower level game. So that 90 of Springer looks far superior to that 91 of Williams.
Race to 3 sets, 3 legs needed to win a set. Scott Williams has got the throw here. He's on 318, Springer on 267. Mentioned the black and yellow shirt. What about those trousers of Scott Williams?
Naughty, aren't they?
Black and dark grey checks.
There's a bit of tartan about them, aren't there? And I mean, he used to wear the yellow shoes as well, but he's gone for something that looks far more comfortable.
He's even got his name written in the lining of the trouser. Just saw it then on the close-up.
Well spotted. Well, the winner of this, of course. Wowzers, what a start. Well, I did have a bit of trepidation of how he would feel on the big stage, but cancel all of that. Yeah, the winner of this, of course, plays Rob Cross, who is in the same stable as Scott Williams.
Yeah, they're huge mates. But Springer needs double 14 for a breaker throw, now double 7. Who inside the way looks anxiously at Williams' score and opts to bust it.
Yeah, well, the only option was 3 for double 2, and I think the 14 splits better. No finish for Williams on the 110, misses treble 20 and then misses treble 18, so he has another go at 28.
And he gets it at the 4th time of asking. So a great start for the German. We've already seen one German go out this afternoon. Gabriel Clemens dispatched by Robert Owen.
Yeah, and that defeat would have put Springer on a bit of notice, and he'd have probably put in that little extra 10% maybe in practice to make sure he doesn't join Clemens on the flight home to Germany.
A bit worried about Gabriel Clemens and his standing, or he's been replaced as German #1 by Schindler. He had that great run here to the semi-final, but since then Pietreczko's won on the European Tour, Schindler's won twice on the European Tour, now we've got this fella playing.
Yeah, and he's yet to win on the Euro Tour or the Pro Tour. It's a big concern. He's made finals, but yeah, his game isn't in a good spot right now.
No, it's not. Well, Springer is on 285. He's a healthy lead here. And another 97 to add on to it. So work to be done here.
He's playing okay here, Niko, and he will still be having a little bit of early nerves. First leg would have been a great settler for him.
It would. So he's on 188. Williams on 303. Again, it's a steady ton.
He's all round it, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's like a rash around that treble 20.
Williams just a shake of the head.
Yeah, he's not settled at all.
No. 88 then for Springer, went treble 16. Oh, he's got 416, so that leaves double 12, and he was just a fraction outside, but he knows he'll be back.
Yeah, when your opponent's not on the shot, it's a great shot because you get 2 bites at the cherry. The 48 leaves tops. If you don't hit the treble, should have had a good guide, which he did. Found the treble, leaves 24. Not recommended when your opponent's on the finish, though.
No. Just outside the wire, then just inside it, across the border, double 6, right in the middle. 2 legs to nil for Niko Springer.
Well, he's saying he's getting away with it a bit at the moment, but he's needing multiple chances. But because he's outscoring Williams so heavily, he's getting them multiple chances.
He is.
2 legs to nil in the opening set here to the young German Niko Springer. 140 from Williams, 361. Springer with a ton on 401. Well, 2 single 20s and a single 18, so that will be music to the ears of Springer, because he'd love to get this set done in 3 legs, and he's brilliant on the treble 19 so far.
Just as that left hand, he clenches his fist and he goes to collect his darts, just geeing himself up, looks quite tall.
Yeah, he's a big lad. Yeah, he's not overly animated, it's just almost that it's to himself, isn't it?
Yeah, it's to him, not the crowd.
Correct.
He's on 267 against the Williams throw here. Again, he hits treble 19. He's down to a finish 170. Williams is on 246.
Yeah, his strike rate on that treble 19 cover is pretty special. And again, Williams low, but does make the adjustment with dart 2 and 3, 140 down to 106.
Well, we've already had the big fish tonight. Are we going to get it again? We might do. Get the boat ready, get the net ready. Not quite, just north of the target. That time there is a reaction to the crowd.
What a start that would have been to your World Championship campaign. 51's hit, leaves 55. Tops needed for Williams. Saved the set.
86. Niko required 25.
Well, it's his first look at a double and it's unsuccessful. 9 for double 8 for the opening set. Just outside, has to move along a fraction along the hockey, and the adjustment is a nice one. Scott Williams was a semi-finalist here last year. He's got his hands full in round 1. The German qualifier Niko Springer reels off all 3 legs. Just 1 treble-less visit for the German. He takes out the opening set. Race to 3 for a place in round 2. Scott Williams 0, Niko Springer 1.
talkSPORT 2, official broadcast partner of the Premier League.
Thank you, mate.
Is that much greater, Luke, I think now. I mean, I don't know if the power would probably argue that isn't the case, but I mean, I think, there's so many great players out there who, as you know, and you're in a bit of a battle with Luke Humphries. We're going to have a chat with Michael van Gerwen, other great players. There's lots of great players at this tournament, aren't there? So you've got to really be on it.
Yeah, well, if you look back at the darts, a few years back it was just looking at number 1 and number 2, whereas you can have a ranked 100 player beating the world number 1, number 2.
Yeah.
And it's just, the darts is so tough. Even when I lose games, it's all over, and I'm just like, he's a professional just like me. Doesn't matter where he's ranked, he's beat me fair and square.
What's that? So you've been asked, I'm sure, to do some fairly mad stuff this year. I was reading something today. You've had a breakfast named after you in a cafe in Ironbridge in Shropshire. Luke went in there around the tournament and had beans on toast with a bit of scrambled egg on the side, and they've now called that the Luke Little.
Oh, come on! I was expecting something a bit more exotic.
Yeah, opportunistic.
Yeah,
one
solid
of the things.
Brown sauce.
No sauce.
No sauce.
No, really, sauce free. Okay, fair enough.
The boom in darts has led to the revival of the great show Bullseye. I don't know if it's been filmed yet, but you're going to be in it, aren't you, with Freddie Flintoff? I think that's going to be good.
Yeah, I've already done the filming. Just waiting for it to come out.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Good day. You can't tell us too much. It was fun, was it?
Yeah, it was good. First time meeting Freddie. But yeah, well.
Did you get a little bully?
I did.
I thought you might.
That was kind of, it was before your time, and you probably saw the old repeats on Challenge and stuff, have you, over the years? But you don't remember it as a show, do you? I wouldn't think on telly.
No, I don't remember too much. But yeah, it was pretty easy. Also won of the guys on there a few prizes.
Yeah, oh, good.
Speedboat.
Well, you can't say. You can't. You don't ruin it.
talkSPORT 2.
Scott Williams bid to make it to the latter stages of the PDC World Darts Championship for the second year in succession. As somewhat on the back foot, Niko Springer, the German qualifier, reels off 3 legs on the spin, 3 from 11 on the outer ring. Just a one effort for Scott Williams, 3 legs to 0, 1 set to 0, race to 3. Manchester United are trying to get to 3 as well. Spurs 3, Manchester United 2 now. Goal for Amad Diallo, the latest Manchester United scorer. Sounds like it's been a rough night for Fraser Forster. That's over on talkSPORT right now. Spurs 3, Manchester United 2.
Is there about 15 minutes to go, something like that?
Yeah, around about that. Yeah, 8 o'clock kick-off. Yeah, maybe a bit longer. Time. Yeah, maybe 20 minutes or so. We will see how that one goes over on talkSPORT. Nights like this that the talkSPORT app was invented for. Live darts, live football. Saturday it'll be live football, live football, live football, live boxing, live darts. How much live sport do you need?
And all for free.
And all for free, exactly. Get the app if you've not got it. It's free and easy to use, available in all the usual places. You are listening to coverage of the PDC World Darts Championship on talkSPORT 2 with Village Hotels. Dine out, stay, work out and play this festive season at one of 33 cracking UK locations. Here, Scott Williams has got his hands full. We mentioned that Springer had been a little bit wasteful on the doubles, Chris, but crucially, in all 3 legs, he's had a pop at a double. He's managed to hit one.
Well, he's averaging pretty much 10 points more than his opponent, and that's given him that breathing space. But more importantly for Niko, that was a set that Williams had to throw in. So now he gets the honour in this set. If he holds 3 times, never worrying about breaking on the Williams throw, he could find himself 2 sets to the good. I do expect a response from Williams. He's a pretty seasoned player now and a practice partner of Rob Cross, so he will have faced a barrage of big scores and low legs from Rob Cross, so it won't be bothering him. And that's why it won't be bothering him, because he's capable of doing that.
Yeah, he's got a level to his game, Scott Williams. We're not seeing it at the moment, but I'm sure given time we will.
Well, yeah, that's why I know he won't panic. Comes for cover, finds trouble 19 twice. 134 follows the max, takes him down to 129 against the dart. Springer on 206, 2 trouble 20, should switch for 18s. Oh, bit of a quick one in there, and he pulled it into the 4, so he's only down to 82.
Yeah, 129 can still go. Single 19, treble 20 would have left the bull. So Springer's going to get a look at 82. Did he go the bull route here?
Yeah.
It's the audible, so 17 for tops. No good this time. So finally, Williams gets a decent look at a finish.
Here we go in bull. Oh, he's gone treble 13. Single 14, leaves tops for himself. Can he find it? Of course he can. 15 dart break of throw.
Yeah, that was much better from Scott Williams. Gets his first leg on the board, and just a reminder for the young German, he's not going to get it all his own way here tonight. Mark Wilson and Chris Mason with you live on talkSPORT 2. Some of you watching along on the new talkSPORT Darts channel as well. You can find that on YouTube.
It's had a lot of interest, hasn't it? Welcome along, everybody. Right. Nice 140 from Springer. Listen, he's averaging near on 93 here. He's got at least another 2 gears. I've witnessed it firsthand when he's been down at the Super Series towards the back end of this year.
98.
There's so many more opportunities now for these players to play, get experience in front of the cameras, in front of the big spotlights that burn down on you.
The 2 Euro tours he played in was in front of crowds bigger than this.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, from 303, a 123 from Williams takes him down to 180 on throw. Springer at the hockey, 278, treble 20, follows it. Can he fill it? Oh, very nearly took a bit of a dirty deflection, but he's down to 138.
Yeah. Williams on a non-finish. What can he leave from 180?
This is awkward. It's a blocker. He's tried to force it through and reacts by putting his hand in the air because it was only 45. So Springer's got a slightly different look at this 138. Goes on the 19th, which is traditional now. 2 singles. Left him 100, but he was a long way off the treble 20 to leave tops.
Yeah, that wasn't a good visit from either party. And then he goes for the bull. He's hit single 12, treble 20. And then single 4, so a mixed bag there to leave 59. 18, oh, now he's hit 5, so he's got to go bull. He's hit out of bull, he needs a bull for 1-1. Oh, wired it, but I think it was the outer wire of the 25 and not the bull wire.
It was. Even in real time, you could see that, and it was right at the bottom of the outside wire of the 25, but Williams wants double 10, gets double 10, 2-0.
It's amazing how quickly these games can change. You mentioned it. Scott Williams has got experience. No panic. Yeah, lost the first set 3-0. In a match play race, that'd be quite worrying, but it's one set. Starting to hit the gears now.
Yeah, he certainly is. Springer will be not necessarily ruining, but it'll be in the back of his mind. He had 1 dart tops off 82 in leg 1 and 1 dart of the ball off of 80, which should have never been nowhere near the ball on an 80 finish, but he gave it a go, and that's a poor turn for Williams. Down to 3-1-9. Springer 3-4-5 minus these, finds the treble 19 on cover twice again, down to 2-11.
Yeah, nice visit, 108 in front. Williams again just drags his dart down, and his darts stand up, don't they? So if he's below the target, he can't see a lot of it.
Yeah, that's usually an indication that he's just feeling the pressure a bit. I have to say, Niko has not changed from dart 1 to that visit there, where he's another big turn to leave 72, and Williams, like the first set, stranded way back.
Yeah, so Williams is down to 138, 72 for Springer, 2-0 down in the second set. Oh, now he's missed a big number. He missed big 16 for a short top. He's just starting to make a couple of unforced errors here.
Oh, 1 treble 19, 2 treble 19s, double 12. When he's at his absolute best, he makes them shots look really easy.
Well, that was for the set. This is to save it. Double 16, outside, inside, double A, gets it. Back in the set. 2-1. Williams with a throwing for the second set. Springer took out the opening set. Decent game of darts, this one. Winner of this to play Rob Cross, who's a good friend of Scott Williams. Oh, now that was a bounce out. I think that was out of the 60 as well for Niko Springer.
Sure was. Not too much damage done, just 20 behind. Single 20 blocker. Comes for 19s, it's treble 3, only 48. So a real chance for Springer to make inroads on the advantage Williams has with the throw, and he's doing just that. Oh.
That was a bounce out, isn't it? I think he actually...
he's hit the flight.
Yeah, nearly got the Robin Hood.
Back-to-back 120s, 4 darts used.
Yeah. Williams on 173, Springer on 261. He's hit 2 trebles again. This time he fills it up.
That's what happens when they stay in, Mark.
Well, he's hit 7 in the board and he's on 81. Does this count as a 9-dart leg if he gets the 81? Quick ring, Paddy, power up.
Well, 95 to leave 78, but it's Springer wants 81. Not taking anything out clinical like this. Treble 7 leaves 60, wants tops. And again, another missed dart. Could have won this set 3-0. Oh, 3-1.
Those bounce outs have cost him, because Williams now needs double 12. One dart left, double 6 for the set, and he gets it. I think Springer will feel he's been a little bit unlucky there. He'll feel he's been a little bit unlucky. Scott Williams has got a big smile on his face. He knows he had a bit of fortune. There was also a bit of brilliance in there as well. Has the makings of a cracker. Round 1 at the PDC World Darts Championship. Live on talkSPORT 2. Scott Williams 1, Niko Springer 1.
talkSPORT 2 official
situation where you just look carefree, and I only want to know, has that always been your personality? Have you been all the time, or is it just something that with all of this madness you've just gone, I'm just going to be me through it?
I do myself, keep myself to myself. In a practice room, I don't really speak to anyone. Obviously, I'll let on to a few people. Obviously, I'll sit with a few players who are on the same management team as me. But it's just keep myself to myself. And obviously, with all the media stuff, and I'm just keep myself to myself.
Yeah, that can't be easy though, because everybody wants a piece of you. You're expected to do lots of promotional stuff, and life obviously is very different from it was last year. But to keep grounded, to keep playing your game, and to keep winning the way you have is a sort of testament, really, to your attitude.
Yeah, well, like I said, promotions and stuff. My manager, he'll sort everything out. But yeah, I'm just myself. I just keep
Can you still enjoy playing as much as you did? Because obviously you wouldn't have got to the level you did so young. I mean, you still get the fun aspect of it, or does it feel like work?
Yeah, it's just my first year, and what I've done, it's incredible. But also it is work. Obviously, there's money to be made, and also there's titles to pick up.
What does the end look like? I don't want to talk about that because you are a year in, but you know that everyone comes into it with aspirations, don't they? What does a good season look like for you?
Well, at the end, I've said I want to win every major title once.
Brilliant.
Tick everything off. So Premier League and Grand Slam's already ticked off in my first year.
You'll be done by 20.
Yeah, people are going on. Been talking about Phil Taylor's record of 16 world titles, and that is a lot to beat. So if I'm in the game for long enough, maybe, but I can't see myself winning 16.
In prospect here at the Alexandra Palace, 2 sets in. Scott Williams 1, Niko Springer 1, race to 3 for the right to face Rob Cross in round 2 over the next few days. Over on talkSPORT, got a cracker in prospect there as well. Final few minutes, Spurs 3, Manchester United 2, place in the Carabao Cup semi-finals. If it does go 3-3, they'll go straight to penalties there as well. And sounds like Manchester United in the ascendancy. They were 3-0 down. Reminder, on Saturday, it's game day live sporting action from the Premier League, live and exclusive on talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2 at the weekend. Aston Villa against Manchester City, Ipswich against Newcastle, our 2 offerings from the Premier League, and we've got action from the EFL as well. And we've got live boxing, our expert team over in Saudi Arabia for Usyk against Fury 2, and we'll be here at the Darts on Saturday night as well, where Luke Littler will begin his campaign for a first ever PDC World Darts title. Scott Williams 1, Niko Springer 1, Mark Wilson with Chris Mason. Springer started really well. He's had a dart in every leg. He could be 6-0 up here.
Yeah, absolutely. Leg 1, missed 1 dart at tops off of 82. Leg 2, missed 1 dart at the ball off of 80. Held in leg 3. Leg 4, missed 1 dart at tops off of an 81. And he'd left 81 after 7 scoring darts, after going 120 banks out, 120 banks out, filled it up, and just missed tops for 2-2, and he would have had the throw, of course, in leg 5. So he will probably feel a little bit hard done by after that, and rightly so. The averages in the second set were 94.7 Niko Springer, 94.86 to Scott Williams. Overall, that means that Williams is averaging, his match average is 89.14, Springer's is 92.65. We've had 4 180s, 3 to Springer, 1 to Williams. We've had 9 140s, 5 to Williams, 4 to Springer. And in terms of scores between a ton and 135, twice as many for Springer. He leads that metric 10-5. But there is a bit of a pattern, Mark, and it's the finishing. 4 from 17, 24% for Springer. Williams, much more economical, 3 from 7, 43%.
There you go, that's the tale of the tape. We're live on talkSPORT 2 and on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. And Williams smashes in another maximum, his second of the match.
Oh, nearly the perfect response from Springer. Only marginally away from the max. Williams starting on 19s on 2-3-6. Picks up 2 of them and a treble 3. Takes him down to 1-1-3. Springer 2-6-1. This match locked at 1 set apiece. This is the opening leg of set 3.
1-1-3 then for the lead in the match for the first time for Scott Williams. Shot still on. Couldn't find the treble 18 to follow the single 19.
It comes up dry on 3 different trebles there. He still has 56. Treble 20's found. Treble 17's found. Wants the button. Oh my goodness, he's literally rattled the bullseye wire.
The finest of fine margins. 16 for tops for Williams. Double 10, big dart this, and Williams again hits the target. And a big roar, a Gerwen Price style roar from Scott Williams. Niko Springer the width of a wire away, but he finds himself behind.
Well, he could have won.
77.
He could have won every leg.
Yeah, could have won every leg of this match. It could be 8-0 up.
It's crackers, isn't it? Well, Williams starts with a max. Springer hits the max. Williams is back at the board. He was perfect at the start, but couldn't quite follow it on.
96.
This is a proper game of arrows.
Yeah, Williams down to 2-2-5 on the Springer throw. Springer 2-4-4 again comes for cover. Finds 2 of them. Down to 110.
There has been a 6th goal over on talkSPORT, but it's a goal that is going to send Tottenham Hotspur into the semi-finals. Son with it straight from a corner, we understand. 110 for Springer. He's hit the treble 18. Now he needs the double, and that is right in the middle. Let these 2 play on. They are at it now. The numbers are going up. The averages are going up. The big scores are going up. It's 1-1 in sets, 1-1 in legs.
Yeah, and Springer needed just something like that. He could have gone out in 12 darts had he hit the ball in leg 1, and he's back in the red bit, fills it again. That's his 5th. What a game this is.
Oh, the no-look max. Williams gives it the no-look max in response. 2 right in the left corner and 1 in the middle.
That's a 180 in each of the last 3 legs for Williams. He's in again. Absolutely at it. And again, Springer comes for cover, and it's 2 of them to leave 87, but Williams on throw wants 81 after 9. Treble 3 leaves 72. Went for double 18, double 18. So this could be an 11 darter for Springer. Treble 17, double 18.
And a breaker throw. Single.
Gonna have to hit the ball.
Can he hit it this time? No.
Oh, he's been all round it like a second hand on a clock. And he's brushing the ball wire every time. Oh.
Big number missed by Williams. So it's only 1 dart at double 8, but 1 dart's all he needs. Might as well call him Peter Manley. And still, a Springer. Oh, he's had another bounce out. That was for a maximum. This might be the difference between winning and losing, but there's still this run of having a dart in every leg goes on.
Well, the flights he's using are pretty bashed up, and well, if they were mine, they'd have been in the bin a long time ago. And what's happening is they're so rough and damaged at the end that keeps clattering into it. It's not got a smooth passage past.
140 there for Scott Williams. He's down to 270. Springer on throws on 241, but he's at treble 1. He's not veered off straight too many times, but that's a loose visit.
Yeah, that's probably one of the poorest turns we've seen from him.
Well, he's only had 4 trebleless visits, 4 big treble visits.
Yeah.
60.
He's had twice as many darts at a double than his opponent, but he trails 2-1 in set 2, but he's back in again. Treble 18, leaves 60 after just 12 darts thrown. Williams back on 210, but Williams has the insurance, of course. He'd be throwing first in leg 5.
Well, he's fired in a max just for good measure to leave double 15 in case Springer can't take out 60. It's a single. Now needs tops for parity again at 2-2. Double 10. This is a key moment in this match. And he comes up dry again. Well, he's getting the chances, but he's not taking them. Scott Williams, is he going straight at? No, he's not. He's going to split. And he went 14 for double 8. And it is the set. He leads 2 sets to 1. 22 shots at a double, Chris. He's had a go in every leg.
Yeah, it is. Williams' winning average in that set was 105.62, which sounds super impressive until I tell you that Niko Springer lost the set with 114.35.
140.
Both players exchanging 140s at the start of this full set. Williams leads 2 sets to 1. Opening leg of set 4.
Williams 6 of 11 on the outer ring.
Yeah, that's the
5
difference
of
between the
22.
two.
This would have been a performance that would have beaten many opponents in the first round for Niko Springer. It might yet beat Scott Williams, but at the moment...
99.
Well, he has the throw in this set, and he's got to use that advantage of throw. I mean...
You know when I said the football that Spurs are going into the semi-finals? Well, they might be, but it's now 4-3. Johnny Evans has got a goal back for Manchester United. Will forgive you if you want to swipe over to talkSPORT. But you might as well stay here because this is a cracker as well. We'll let you know if there's been a goal in the cup.
So Springer misses the treble 18. Hits it with dart 3 to leave 32, but Williams for a break. 81, and he's found the treble 19. Double 12 just outside. Wow, he is human.
Yeah, it's not too often he's come up dry, is it? 32 to hold throw for Niko Springer. Stares down the target and hits it right in the top corner. He needed that.
Yeah, just as a bit of a settler, really. Only 85 from Williams. Listen, priority is to win this set, and if you have to do it with 3 holds, do it with 3 holds. But if you can do it with as less fuss as possible, try and stick Williams on the back foot. Love to win this set 3-0 just to give Scott something to think about. Yeah. He's already stolen the throw.
He has.
He's about to hand it back.
Only 41 for Springer. That was an error. He's 39 in front. He should have been a throw in front there, and he's cursing himself. Williams not got a treble yet.
59.
Only 59
yeah,
score.
Down to 300. 320 for Springer. 1-0 up in set 4. Trails 2 sets to 1. Finds the treble 20 high. That's perfect. No surprise follows it. A bigger surprise, he doesn't follow it again, and it's only 140, but he's down to 180.
I can't help but feel, you know, his last dart is a little bit cautious. He's had so many bounce outs, and he's had so many recent, got the first 2 and not followed it in.
Well, what you would tend to do is just be a bit more aggressive on dart 3 to almost force it to stay in.
40.
But only 40, that's a disaster.
He's had 2 chances in this leg to get a throw in front of Scott Williams. He hasn't taken them. Williams can't take out 160. Good last start to leave 60. Springer to break. 140. This is right in his wheelhouse. He's gone the 18s route. And he's got 2 treble 18s, double 16. And yet again, this is going to be some kind of record. Another dart to win the leg. 20 for tops for Williams, and it's a holder throw And with 1-1 in the full set, Williams leads 2-1.
Another leg that, well, this match could be already all over. Somehow, he's 2-1 down and 1-1 in legs. How much more can he mentally absorb this misfortune?
Well, Springer's averaging 98.80, having missed 18 darts.
Yeah, so you can put 10
at
points.
Doubles,
You can
plus
put
3 or 4 on the floor.
Yeah, you can put 10 points on that.
Yeah, he's had 2 legs of darts where he hasn't scored.
Yeah. Yeah, correct.
58.
It's a crazy game, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I love watching it and hate playing it. Treble 19 comes up, picks up a treble 18, 131 to leave 180. Well, Williams on that 350, which can be done in 6, but he scores only 96, so a little bit of breathing space. Just got to keep them straight and true.
Spurs are through to the final 4 of the Carabao Cup. Spurs 3, Manchester United. Spurs 4, Manchester United 3. Losing count. That's no good.
And a poor visit from Springer. Shock horror. In steps. Oh,
Tops to hold. Shanghai hit the single, hit the treble, needs the double, and the click of the wire tells you he didn't get it. 74 for Williams to go in front, and he's hit treble 18 for double 10 on the wire. That's a great marker, but he doesn't use it, and now it's Williams who's started to miss a couple.
Rare opportunity for Niko to get a second bite of the cherry, because that has not happened at all.
Is that a good marker? It is. The German holds his nerve.
One leg away from levelling things up, but it's Williams back in the red bit. Wowzers, that's a 7th match. We've had 12 in the match. Make that 13. A broken clock is right twice today, Mark.
I made that observation in the car last night. We could be in for a perfect leg. Williams back-to-back maxes. Springer is still on a 9 as well. Williams is laughing. He's enjoying it. He's saying, who wants the 60 grand?
He does.
For sure. 1-4-1 down the board. Oh, he went for treble 16. He goes a slightly different route, doesn't he? And he acknowledges the...
Well, he's made himself vulnerable. I don't quite get the idea behind that. 48, 57, 36.
I think that's the way he went last time. Now he's going tops. He's hit 1 tops. He thought the second one was in. He needs to keep his mind on the job here. Scott Williams, double 10. He's missed it by a mile. He's playing to the crowd here. And this 96 for Springers to level up the match. Is he going to go double-double? He did. He went double 19, double 19. And he leaves top. Scott Williams had a little bit of a let-off there.
Sure has. Inside double 10, so double 5. Gives himself a talking to. But gets it done in 14 darts in the end. A rare leg that Niko Springer hasn't had a dart at a double in.
Well, that's the first one. But he's on throw, and he opens up with a max.
Now add 15 in this contest.
140.
Just let them play on.
Yes, just
make them play on.
An exhibition of power scoring, isn't it? Backs the 180 up with a 140 and a first bit of real emotion from Niko Springer. He's 180 points in front. 181 Springer, 361. Well, now a ton. 261 for Scott Williams.
There's no tie break. If we do go to a deciding set, it goes 2-2. It'll be a one-leg shootout. Only 57 Springer. This leg's not done yet. And Williams could pinch it in 6 darts. Can he fill it up again? He can. He thought about the no long, but thought, I better just watch this one go in. He's on 81. Springer to stay alive needs 1-2-4.
Single 20, needs treble 18. Gets it. Can he find the ball for 2-2 in sets? He's been so close. The line again was perfect, where the weight was perfect, but it was left or right of the ball.
Might be ball for Williams. Single 19, treble 12. Looking now across the board for the match. And he's hit the wrong house. He went for double 13, hit single 4. Springer then to take us all the way. 9 for double 8. 1 dart remaining. Moves along the hockey. This might be it. And he's missed, and he puts his head in his hands. He knows that was his chance. Springer has been very good tonight, but he's been very wasteful on the outer ring. And Williams cheese up the crowd. He goes straight at the double 11. And Scott Williams produces an outstanding performance. He lost the opening 3 legs, only had 1 shot of double in the opening set. But after that, he was very, very good. 9 maximums. 9 out of 22 on the double. The word of commiserations there for Niko Springer, who looks devastated that he's gone out. He couldn't have played much better, certainly in the scoring part of his game. 98.92, 7 maximums of his own, but crucially only 7 from 30 on the outer ring. He was so close to an upset. But Williams, I think, in the end, showed his quality.
Yeah, showed his experience, but a little fortunate, really, when, you know, any one of these multiple. I'm just trying to work out.
I think all bar 1 leg he had a shot at double.
Yeah.
All barring 1.
I mean, he
was
only getting 1 darts here and there, but even if a quarter of them go in, it's a different game altogether. And I wouldn't mind if he was missing. You know, he was putting them on the wires, on the ball wire. Everywhere he looked, he was just clipping wires, and when it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. And well, Scott Williams is having a bit of a fairy tale with that Ali Pally stage right now, but a 98-92 average from Springer in defeat to Williams' 96-24 in victory maybe tells you all you need to know about the dynamics of that particular encounter. But a fabulous contest.
And it does set up a cracker between Scott Williams and his friend Rob Cross in round 2. All that to come, but up next, it's the former champion here 2 years ago, Michael Smith, who will take his place on the hockey. It's a rematch of last year at this stage. A 2nd round tie with Kevin Dukes, who last year took him all the way to a deciding set. And Dukes at one point led by 2 sets to 1. All that to come. But what a cracker. Probably the game of the tournament so far. I dare say we'll say that a few more times over the next couple of weeks here on talkSPORT 2. But Scott Williams has beaten the debutant Niko Springer by 3 sets to 1.